te lo regalo ya, ¿eh? ¿Qué te parece? ¡Feliz cumpleaños, nena! ¿Qué te parece? Hola, María, ¿cómo estás?
Bueno, ahora somos todos.
¿Qué os parece la niña? Hola.
Gracias a los
Hola,
dos.
Javier.
Y ya va siendo hora de que abras el nuestro también.
Esto es de la mamá del papá, para ti.
A ver.
A ver qué te parece. ¿Te gusta?
Sí. What time will you be back?
I don't know.
Should I have a meal ready?
Best not. Chances are I'll be back late. But look, if I get back early, we can go out and eat. You don't want to waste your time cooking anyway. Get out and enjoy yourself.
I thought she would be more pleased about the tennis lesson.
She was.
She didn't show it.
Can't you remember B50, Javier?
Eh?
She fancies Philippe. It's all right. It's harmless. She'll grow out of it.
It's getting late, Gavin. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, are you getting up?
No.
Let me put it another way. If you don't shift yourself, you're going to be late for work and your boss will kill you.
I'm not going to work today.
Look, I know how you feel. I'm gutted about Dad. I'm worried about Mum myself. But life's got to go on. Just got to get over it. Can you hear me, Gavin?
Drew? Drew, the rest of us want to use the bathroom.
Still no answer. Blair's room's empty. It may be him.
It isn't. Drew?
Dad! Dad! Oh, I suspect he's fallen asleep on the loo again.
Drew!
You know, a man ought to have peace and quiet when he's on the toilet in his own house.
Not when he spent all night on it.
I didn't. Did I?
You crawled home, clinging to the back of my wheelchair. Does it ring any bells? When I parked you in the bathroom, you mumbled something, but I couldn't tell you what it was because you had your head down the toilet at the time. Are you starting to remember?
I wasn't that bad, Shirley.
I suppose you were conscious. Well, I thought you were. Now, I would like to use the bathroom if you've finished throwing up in there.
It can't go on like this, Drew.
Oh, I only had a few drinks, that's all.
Oh, your few drinks I can cope with. I can even take the odd collapse into the swimming pool, but... this is getting out of hand. You know it, I know it. I mean, we've been all through this before. We don't want a repeat performance, do we?
I'm sorry.
I don't want you being sorry either. I just want to understand why. What's wrong, Drew? What's on your mind? Is it Blair and the school?
No, look, I know I was right on that score.
Well, what is it then?
There's nothing, Gwen. I just had a few drinks, that's all.
Whatever's bothering you, it'd be much better if we sorted it out together. We're a team, Drew.
Yeah, I know, but there is nothing wrong.
Imagine what Nessa must have felt finding you in that state.
All right, now, I said I'm sorry. Can we just please drop the subject?
Okay, well, I expect you'll tell me when you're ready anyway. In the meantime, I think we'd better be practical. You're obviously not up to opening the shop.
Now, look, I'll be fine once I get some breakfast in me.
Maybe, but since Blair seems to have gone walkabouts again...
I said I'll be fine.
Breakfast.
I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I think that settles it. I'm doing the shop. Well, seems a waste, doesn't it? We'll share it.
Think I should make something for Blair?
No. He'll make his own for a change. He's probably just sulking about this school business. You do far too much for him as it is.
Wasn't he?
Oh, yes, if there's any made.
What time is it?
Early, about 9:30. I just wanted to get on with me cooking. I'll go. There's some toast if you want some.
Thanks.
I just want a little word with Mr. Martin about the elections. You know, your vote's important, never more so at this time.
What, eh?
Well, I'm talking about your burglary. I mean, I'm not criticising Mrs. Lockhead. She's a busy woman, we all know that. But she's never given much thought to crime prevention in the organisation, whereas I have made it the central theme of my platform.
Oh, well, that is comfort. You reckon you might get any of my stuff back?
No, well, I'm not the sort of politician to make exaggerated claims, but I can promise you one thing, and that is that if I'm elected, I shall work flat out to see this sort of thing doesn't happen again. Of course, I know your vote's between you and the ballot box, but I'm sure you'll give some thought to what I've just said.
Old cow. Oh, no, I thought you were talking a bit of sense for once.
I thought you weren't bothered about the burglary. Only possessions, that's what you said. Last night you were practically celebrating.
Oh, yes, well...
Started to hit home, was it?
What gets me is that half of it wasn't worth anything anyway. I mean, not to anyone else. Just things we'd collected over the years. Junk, I suppose. Except it wasn't, not to me. I mean, I could look at things and remember where I got them, like Star is Born, Chapel Street Market. Bought a whole lot of tomatoes that same night, because they used to sell things off cheap end of Sunday. All day Monday was making chutney.
You're popular today.
God, you look terrible. You better come in and sit down. Have you had an accident?
No, I'm here to talk to you about the election. I was wondering if Gwen could count on your vote.
I expect you prefer black stockings.
What?
You were going on about them last night.
I was?
In your sleep. Black stockings and suspenders. It's illuminating. Must have been a lively dream.
I wish I could remember it.
You're not getting bored with me, are you? Looking for a bit of variety?
Darling, when it comes to variety, you have the edge on the London Palladium.
You say the sweetest things, even in your sleep.
I wish I could say the same about this place. Is there anything else to do here apart from eat, drink, and top up the suntan?
There's always the Residents' Association.
Yeah.
I'm sure Miss King would love to get us involved.
I think I'll stick to the factor 4. I mean, something exhilarating.
Watching the grass grow would be more exhilarating than a party political from Olive. So that's settled then. No local politics. Well, what are we going to do? Hang gliding? Shark fishing? Crochet?
That makes you blind.
These must be wrongly marked up. Come on. Well, we've got notices all over the place saying 20% is off, but that's the same price as last week.
Oh, there must have been some mistake.
Yes, well, you'll either have to take all the notices down or do whatever you have to do to change this thing.
I'm sorry, we're very short-staffed at the moment. I don't suppose you know anybody who's looking for a job.
My dear, the trouble today is nobody wants to work.
True. We need somebody for the supermarket and the pizza place at night. So if you do hear of anybody...
Well, I'll bear it in mind. But don't you think you ought to check through all my shopping in case there's any other mistakes?
Well?
What?
How do I look?
Terrific.
Is it the right sort of thing for the restaurant?
It's fine. We don't have a uniform or anything.
Yeah, but I want it to be right.
It's absolutely fine. Stop worrying.
It shouldn't be getting there.
It's early yet.
I'd rather be early than late.
Okay, come on then. Let's go.
Aye. You haven't seen Blair, have you?
No.
Have you tried his home? He might be in there somewhere.
Yes, alongside Lisa. Just tell him to clean it, Lisa. It's unhealthy.
Well, I would if I could find him, but I haven't seen him since last night.
You wrote about him?
Well, no, not really. It's just that he had a row with Mum and Dad last night. Well, still, it's nothing unusual, is it?
He'll be at the party.
Yes, Blair never misses a party.
Bragging about all the tasty birds he's been with. It's funny how we never see any of them.
Yeah, you're right. They'll probably turn up at the party. Look, I better go, because I have to get Maria's present sorted out, so I'll see you later.
Okay,
bye-bye.
I'll call you tomorrow.
See you.
Cheers.
Mr. Tandy,
Yeah.
You haven't seen Blair about, have you?
Should I have done?
Well, I don't know. I believe he's running errands for you.
Talked to you about it, has he?
Nope, I'm just observant. Is he doing anything for you at the moment?
No.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
I don't see why. I thought you'd be glad for your brother to be able to earn himself a few extra bob.
Well, it depends how he earns it. And I don't think my parents are too keen on him working for you either.
That is an extremely short-sighted attitude, young lady. You know, there's too many youngsters round here kicking their heels with nothing to do. When I see a young lad with a bit of ambition, I like to encourage it. That's called, free enterprise.
So that's what you do. I've always wondered what you've called it. Marcus! Did he say where he was going? To follow the spirit of free enterprise, or a quick buck or two, whichever way you want to put it. I don't understand. No, he didn't say where he was going, but you might as well try the stables. He's probably there. Thank you. Adios. Adios.
Ta-da! The engine room of the whole enterprise.
You're early.
She'd have been here before breakfast if I'd let her.
I was keen to get started.
Right. Your order goes on this spike there. That one is for takeaway pizzas, and never the twain shall meet. The order's now passed into the hands of Javier and his able assistant. And when he's ready, he'll pin it up there. The commis chef's the workhorse, and Javier is the artist of culinary preparation.
So will I be helping them?
Well, that's what we've been trying to explain. We all help each other here. Of course, you won't be dealing with food preparation for a while. This is your province.
Oh, so I'll be doing the washing up?
Well, everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's all right. At least I know I won't make a mess of that.
Jolly good. I'll leave you in Javier's capable hands.
Cheers, Bunny.
There are some aprons there, so you don't get your clothes in a mess.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, morning, Joy.
Hi. Hello. Can I get you anything?
Just a Coke.
Quiet day at the beach, is it?
No lessons booked for a while, so I thought I'd get out of the sun.
Van Sin.
Get it? So, would you like to join me in for one?
Yeah, okay.
Hi.
Hello. I suppose you've seen your father.
No, I've been back at the villa, but he wasn't there. But then Blair wasn't there either.
I wonder what he's up to.
Arno says he'll turn up to Maria's party, so...
I was talking about your dad.
I know, I've got to find some wrapping paper for Maria's present. Can I have a look?
Maybe later.
All right then, bye.
Hey, Cheeky Jobs.
About time too.
Hey?
Where have you been?
Well, you know I had things to do.
It's nearly lunchtime.
In fact, I've just remembered something else. I'll see you later.
What about the shop?
You can manage.
Where's Drew off to in such a hurry?
I don't know. You got any ideas?
No. To tell you the truth, I'm surprised to see him up and about. He really had his skin full last night. I had to have him removed from Joy's bar. Still, no hard feelings, eh? Just doing my public duty.
That's the third time we've been past this place.
I thought it looked interesting, picturesque.
Liar. Oh, we're lost.
Only slightly. I think we should have turned left instead of right at the bottom of the hill.
I think we've already tried both. We could ask him here.
Wait a minute, isn't this the place Marcus Tandy owns?
Do you suppose he's in charge?
Yes, could be. Hola, buenos dias.
Good morning.
Oh. We could always take up horse riding.
Do you ride in England?
Only a motorbike, in the forces. I was very good with the kickstart. It's much the same with horses, isn't it?
And I've never ridden. Except a rocking horse when I was evacuated to Wales. Of course, that couldn't kick you back. This brute looks like he could do you a nasty injury.
In a nutshell, we're both total novices.
Don't boast, Stanley. We're not that good yet.
We do lessons.
Oh, good. Do you give a discount for a block booking?
Oh, how many do you think, eh?
An enormous amount, if we live that long. I think this young lady wants to talk to you. Excuse
Thank you. ¿Está el señor Tandy aquí?
No.
Bueno, ¿y sabe si va a venir o qué?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Que se te ha perdido? A lo mejor está detrás de otras pardas.
Te debería contarle lo que me estás diciendo. Estoy segura que le encantaría saber cómo me tratas.
Aquí no está el señor Tandy.
Gracias. Y recuerda que él es tu jefe.
Y tú, su mujer, por lo menos por otra semana más.
Yeah, we really must learn the language.
Then maybe we'll be able to find out where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, thanks.
In a few weeks, you will be able to start helping us with the cooking.
I hope so. I'm not very good, though. You'll have to teach me.
Didn't you help your mother in the kitchen?
No. I wanted to, but she wouldn't let me.
I will never understand the English. A mother must teach her daughter to cook. It's natural.
She never really liked me. I always tried to please her, but it was no good. I think she wanted a son.
So you were your father's girl?
No. He was away a lot, and when he was here, he didn't have time for me either.
Not too much of a childhood. I begin to see why you ran away.
I didn't. They threw me out. If I had a proper family like yours, things might have been a bit different. Glasses. Excuse me.
Yes?
Did I hear right in the supermarket? Is Senora Hernandez looking for someone to work in there?
Well, she did mention it to me, yes.
I would like the job.
I'm afraid that's something you must talk about to her. I have no idea whether she'll consider you suitable.
I don't know what's got into him lately. I'm really sorry. You don't have to apologize. It's not your fault. But I mean, obviously, I can't let him carry on like that.
Of course not. Do you mind if I add this to my notice, Mrs. Slater?
No, go ahead. So, how are her odds going?
Oh, she's putting in a lot of work. You've got to admire that. I think I'll bring her down to 7 to 4. Gwen, you can have evens on yourself if you're interested.
No, thanks, Snowy. Are you going to let him back in to apologise? No, I'm sorry. I gave him one more chance. He blew it. Well, it might be for the best. Might do him good to go on the wagon for a while. Give us a drink, babes, will you? Olive King's been trying to get me to vote for her. You haven't seen Blair, have you? No. Why, is something wrong? I don't know, but if there is, I thought he might have come to you. He's gone absent without leave again. Gwen, I'm sure he'll turn up. Yeah. Good Lord, you going into competition with Drew? No, I just need a bit of a stiffener to get me through the day, dear. Oh, sagging, are we? Just a bit. Well, I know a good plastic surgeon. I don't need a plastic surgeon. The body's fine. It's just the soul that needs a bit of stuff. I hope you're not going to tell me you're missing Dieter. Of course not. But you just get used to someone around the place, you know. You are missing Dieter. Well, he did have a certain something, didn't he? It's the sex you're missing. Well, if I'd have wanted conversation, I'd have bought a budgie, wouldn't I?
I don't know what's the matter with him.
He's taken your dad's death badly, that's all. It's understandable.
Well, so have I. But you've got to get through it, haven't you? You can't just hide in bed and give up.
Yeah. Maybe we should get him and Freddie together.
Eh?
Oh, he started to get depressed about his burglary. Can't persuade him to come out, can't seem to cheer him up at all. I thought maybe they could help each other.
By the sound of it, they're more likely to form a suicide pact.
Yeah, you're right. Lousy idea.
When you get like that, there's no one you can help but yourself. You just got to snap out of it. Get on with life. It's our mum I feel sorry for. She's the one who's really up against it.
I don't suppose either of you seen Blair, have you?
No.
Nessa thought he might have got friendly with some tourists.
Well, if he has, he's been luckier than me. All I've had out to him today is a bottle of beer and 6 straws.
Well, if you do see him, will you tell him to come home? Or at least ring?
Worried?
Well, that's what mothers are for, isn't it?
Hola. Hola. Hello. Well, how'd your first session go? How'd you feel?
Knackered.
Oh, it's not all going to be too much for you, is it? You could always take the night off, ease into it gradually.
Don't be stupid. If I was your average washer-up, would you be offering me time off?
Well, no, but there must be some perks to being the boss's wife.
Well, I don't want any. I'm fine.
I've got to go out for a bit. I promised I'd go to Maria's party. See you both tonight.
Oh, wish you happy birthday from us.
Of course.
So you're really going to be happy here, are you, working here? I must say, I was a bit worried that you might not be so keen when you found out it was just washing up.
It's a job. That's all I wanted. Mind you, there is one perk you could arrange, if that'll make you happy.
What's that?
I could do with a nice pair of rubber gloves.
Who do you think you are? Gwen Lockhead.
Are you coming to the party?
No, there's a job in the supermarket and I want to talk with Senora Fernandez.
Come, there's no point waiting here.
Hola.
Come in.
¿Y tú qué quieres?
Quiero decir que está buscando a alguien para que trabaje en el supermercado y repartiendo pizzas. Me gustaría pedirle ambos trabajos.
Yo creo que esa es la persona indicada.
Yeah, and this is the port, the old port, and all the fishing boats. Yeah. ¿Qué os parece? Y esta es mi favorita.
Papá. ¿Puedo ir con nosotros, por favor?
Sí, vete. No te preocupes. Hasta luego.
Toma. Ay, como que... Wow.
How are you? Sorry I'm late.
Thanks.
No sign of Blair then?
No. It's great. Thanks, Nissa. What's wrong with you?
It's just Blair. He's been missing since yesterday. Look, is it okay if I give Mum a ring? I want to tell her if he's here or not.
Yes, of course. Maybe you'd better go home.
No, I might as well just stay here just in case he turns up. Anyway, I couldn't face going back home again. It's not just Blair, they're driving me crazy. If you'd have seen the state my dad came back in last night.
As can be.
A pain in the neck.
I think we should phone the police.
We're going to look pretty stupid if he walks in half an hour, aren't we?
Well, I think I'd settle for that.
I'm sorry. Should I make you something to eat?
No, we're going to go out. I just need you to sign some papers first.
But I don't understand any of this.
It's okay, Pilar. You don't have to understand any of it, darling. I just need you to witness my signature here and here.
Muchas gracias, señor. You're welcome.
Did they have any news of him?
Well, they took 2 hours to get here, and when they came, they said there was nothing they could do.
Shall I make something to eat or drink? Looks like we're going to have a long night.
Hey?
Well, we are going to wait up for him, aren't we?
We might wait up for them. You, young lady, are going to bed.
It means a lot to me as well, you know.
Yes, of course it does, but your dad's right. There's no point in us all having a sleepless night.
They said they might be back tomorrow, he might be back next week. And then they said kids go missing every day.
In at the deep end, eh? Even busier than usual. Well, I think we both earned a good night's sleep.
We're not going home, are we?
Well, I thought you'd be tired out.
Oh, through that. I think the least you can do is buy me a celebration drink. I think Joe's is still open.
Great idea.
Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets for the AGM handicap. Lockhead, the favourite, a frequent winner over this course and distance. But that doesn't mean we can discount King, the outsider. She's a game wee filly, and she's been showing some good form recently, especially over the jumps. Some more customers. Bunny, Fizz, what do you fancy?
Gavin, anyone at home? You've been there all day.
I told you to go away and leave me alone.
Oh, he'll be back as soon as he's cooled his heels. I know how his brain works.
I hope you're right.
As soon as he walks in that door, you'll be so pleased to see him, he'll wrap you around his little finger again and get his own way over college, which is probably what this is all about.
I don't think it was any answer threatening to send him back to England.
Oh, I had to do something.
Well, maybe if you set him a better example, he'd have more chance. Can't help knowing that your father's being thrown dead drunk out of bars.
Still playing Happy Families then, are we?
I told you to go to bed.
What's the point? I can't sleep anyway.
Do you want me to come and sit with you?
What are you going to do? Tuck me up and read me a bedtime story? I stopped believing in fairies years ago. I think it's about time you two did as well. This has been coming on a long time. One of you is too busy getting drunk, and the other one's too busy being busy to see it.
Right, now that is enough. That is not true. We have done a great deal for Blair, trying to keep him on the straight and narrow.
How could you? You don't even know him, neither of you.
What do you mean?
Because if you two don't get your act together, he is going to get himself into some very serious trouble. And I am not just talking stolen sweeties in his satchel. And this time you will not be able to wring your hands about it, because you have only got yourselves to blame.